Blood as a life source. Leviticus chapter 17 verse 11, written 3,500 years ago, says, "For the life of the flesh is in the blood." The Bible says that blood is the source of life. Up until 200 years ago, sick people were bled of their blood and many died because of this practice. We now know that blood is the source of life. It carries resources to every cell, removes the waste from the body, and maintains the body's temperature. It carries oxygen from the lungs throughout the body. If you lose enough blood, then death will follow. Blood clotting. Genesis chapter 17 verse 12. "He who is 8 days old among you shall be circumcised, every male child in your generations." Why was circumcision commanded to be performed on the 8th day? Modern science has recently discovered that blood clotting in a newborn child reaches its maximum on the 8th day after birth. That's when the blood coagulates at the highest levels. Furthermore, vitamin K doesn't reach a high enough level until after day 7, and finally day 8 is when prothrombin reaches its peak, which is 110% of the normal amount. Laws of quarantine. Leviticus chapter 13 verse 46, written 3,500 years ago. "All the days he has the sore he shall be unclean. He is unclean, and he shall dwell alone. His dwelling shall be outside the camp." Long ago in 1490 BC, the Bible has recorded what to do if someone has an infectious skin disease, which is to keep them isolated. Laws of quarantine were not used by modern science until the 17th century. Laws of hygiene. Leviticus chapter 15 verse 13, which was written 3,500 years ago, states, "And when he who has a discharge is cleansed of his discharge, then he shall count for himself 7 days for his cleansing, wash his clothes, and bathe his body in running water. Then he shall be clean." The Bible states that when dealing with disease, hands should only be washed under running water. Only in the 1800s did doctors start washing under running water instead of a basin of standing water, which would leave invisible germs in the standing water, resulting in many deaths. We now know to only wash our hands under running water.